church. I hope the devil don't come take me first. My whole life trying to shake this curse. My bitch is bad, my niggas worse. I pray to God, I go to church. I hope the fans don't come get me first. I hit the block, I go berserk. Ain't got no 9 to 5, but I got that work. When I was 6, my daddy died, and that shit still hurt. Try to get the drop and I'ma kill you first. All that shit that you was poppin', that's gon' get you murked. Only free ride I'm getting is up in that hurt. Nothing changed, been the same since my day of birth. Triple up my worth, that Mercedes skirt, that create bursts, hollow to disperse. Have you running, ducking like you snatched some lady's purse. Pull up to the club, chain swinging on my shirt. DJ play my song, watch them bitches twerk. I be packing, trapping, stacking, racking every cent. Got my first pack and I've been hustling ever since. Pockets full of mints, your pockets full of lint. All your money spent, I'm too legit to quit. You know I punch that clock, work that block, hit that strip. Back to the wall, I'ma take that risk. No hands out, I'ma take that shit. I pray to God, I go to church. I hope the devil don't come take me first. My whole life trying to shake this curse. My bitch is bad, my niggas worse. I pray to God, I go to church. I hope the fans don't come get me first. I hit the block, I go berserk. Ain't got no 9 to 5, but I got that work. You know cash rules, flash jewels, some bad bitches with tattoos try to fade me, I got bad news. 40 count and I pack 2. Back down or I clap you. Got my young bloods and they blast too. Leave you stiffer than a statue. Try to run and they catch you. Got whatever, I'm at you. Once to get it on, I'ma drop the bomb. No false alarm when I crash through. I cruise the blocks and I'm avenues. Money, weed, and mishap you. Gun on me when I travel, put you underneath for that gravel. See, I stay low, stay cold. Been this way since today old. Fresh clothes, now I don't like no stank hoes. Front on me, I don't think so. Roll around in my Jeep slow. And we got that for cheap, bro. Got your girl on the cheap though. Hit me up on the creep though. Pussy rappers on leak mode. Beat it up, was on beast mode. Sucker free, yeah, that G code. Started out with just zero. A hustler dream is a kilo. Don't slip in that Rico, or your ass will be finito. I pray to God, I go to church. I hope the devil don't come take me first. My whole life trying to shake this curse. My bitch is bad, my niggas worse. I pray to God, I go to church. I hope the fans don't come get me first. I hit the block, I go berserk. Ain't got no 9 to 5, but I got that work.
Another day, another dollar in this motherfucker. Make you scream, wanna holler in this motherfucker. Nigga work with a dog collar. How the fuck I'm supposed to raise from the ghetto if the pay little? Every man that I know got a plan. Every man that I know work for the man. Speak for me and breathe there you breathe. So I know I got something to achieve. In the mind of a state, give a fuck on what it take. I'm a millionaire, billionaire. See you when I get there. For now, let's grind in the ghetto state of mind. Put the pedal to the floor, I got a steep hill to climb. That money on my mind, gamble everything of mine. Rather be broke than to live with a yoke. Nowadays, people slave for a little bit of hope. Guess I better ball hard, spit a bar, sell dope. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Cause I'm black with a hat and a nice car. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Whoa, wait, you're making a mistake. Another day, another dollar in this motherfucker. Make you scream, wanna holler in this motherfucker. What it take for a real nigga get a break? Made a contribution, fuck retribution. Laid a foundation, still motherfucker hating. Rather see a nigga broken, see him elevate. Know if you made it through, now contemplate what I'm here for. Appearance of the Jim Crow, probably just mockery, jokes and hypocrisy. Take a stand and the folks on top of me. Call a guard, come fast with security. They pounce hard and wanna press charge. Made a little progress and I'm still under stress. Saw a little bit of change, but the attitude's the same. Like I'm back in the hood with a Glock and I'm good. Sabotage myself, I don't need no help. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Cause I'm black with a hat and a nice car. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Whoa, wait, you're making a mistake. Another day, another dollar in this motherfucker. Make you scream, wanna holler in this motherfucker. Give me that ride on the backside, in the limelight. This my time, right? Should I see through it? Put heat to it. Let the time pass, never speak to it. Who would I be? To stay silent is calamity, so I came to speak. Got a million man strong with a right to bear arms. All it take is a song, play the shit in a song. Super grip on my phone, got the video and drone. Catch a glimpse of the ruckus is the movement and push. Nigga tired of being pushed. Now police in the streets with the riot getting heat. Rubber bullets in the shield just to make us know the feel. One shot, one kill, nigga dead in the street cause the bullet was for real. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Cause I'm black with a hat and a nice car. Excuse me, Mr. Officer. What it take for my hands to drop? Why to stop? What we here for? You know the answer. Whoa, wait, you're making a mistake.
Hey. Peso Picasso, Peso La Bird, whatever you wanna call it.
Perfect.
Hey. Hey. I'm on this shit that they not on. They say let bygones be bygones. Grip on the net like a python. Jump out the top like I'm Zion. I want the realest, no caption. Need a little bitch in the fashion. She bust it back like we crashing. I tell my shit, I'm about action. Hop in the studio, turn to assassin. I'm about those, no time for distraction. Can you imagine? Beamer to Aston. Ha, past them, I'm in the league of my own. Like mobile, I guess on myself. They like, so what you own? I'm working for generation wealth. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. Ay, 007, I get it, it's gone. Fucked up a bone. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Know to the shit that I'm on. Ay, you niggas not on. Know to the shit that I'm on. You niggas not on. Feeling like James Bond. 007, I get it, it's gone. Fucked up a bone. Ay, nigga, I'm stone. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta sit back, enjoy life, cause you don't know how long you gonna be here. Hey, I'm in the league of my own. I might just go play for myself. All of this shit that you own, your dollars ain't making no sense. Don't act like you knew me, that's pretense. Took that little bitch to the deep end. She wanna slide for the weekend. Do say got me tweaking. Knew as a youngin', I've been up to something. Not everybody cousins, but I'm on the block like I'm drumming. I got the drip like I'm gonna. I make a wanna. I'ma hit it 4 times. You gon' call me stunner. They say you too smooth, boy, slid out the gutter, but still in the cut, so you could get cut up. Still in the cut, so you could get cut up. Know to the shit that I'm on. You niggas not all know that the shit that I'm on. Hey, you niggas not all feeling like James Bond. Hey, 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the popon. Hey, nigga, I'm stoned. Know that the shit that I'm on. Hey, you niggas not all know that the shit that I'm on. You niggas not all feeling like James Bond. 007, I get it, it's gone. Fuck the popon. Hey, nigga, I'm stoned.
Picasso, Piss on the Bird, whatever you want to call it. I sick of class, started making classics.
Hitting home runs, walking through the bases. Haters can't take it cause they know I'm about to make it. Had this feeling every time, ever since I was a kid. Plans to get cake, can't wait on birthdays. People on the grind, gotta eat both ways. If I don't make it, I be gone to November. Cooking for your soul like grandma Sunday dinners. Room full of winners, wait, it's just me. Rappers are pretenders, they not what they seem. I be back chillin', relaxing with my team. If it's not beneficial or it ain't about the cream, yo, I leave. Keep on living and let the past die. Nowadays, music is stuck like they don't try.
What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Y'all know I don't usually do these. Pull this up. Yo, what is up? How is everybody doing today? Great to see. I got to do this roll call before we get it. We're going to get straight into the video. Glad to hear. Joe, thank you for that sound. It's working. We're going to get straight into the video, guys, because I usually don't do this. We're not doing a whole big episode. I might just, get right into it and then, get this over with, because this is some tremendous news. Tremendous. If you don't think it is, trust me. For those that use custom firmware, it is. And some people for official firmware. So let's do a roll call first. I see Chelsea's Word. I see Joshua Drake in the house. I see Joe. Yes, Joe. Shout out, Joe. Hard Man Joe. G.I. Joe. Working Man Joe. We got all the names for you. Andrea Mitchell. Good to see you. Andrea always dropping the knowledge. Okay. I see that Never Know Gaming. That's what I'm talking about. I love to see my folks from Twitch dropping in. Twitch is growing, man. I'm telling you, I'm trying to spread this. We got to get this across all social platforms. It's a MoFam movement. Okay. Angel, what is up? What is going on with Angel? Bam. Okay. Paul, what is up, man? What is up? Yeah, big jump, and the subscribers doing a big jump too. So let's get right into it. Not going to waste any more time. People are probably tuning in, wondering what the hell's going on. And I'm sorry, usually I jump on these. I like to get straight to live. I just gave a moment because, had to get things set up, and things might not be all the way set up. I might take a call or two and hopefully that goes through. But let's talk about it. Yes, Nintendo has officially released 12.0 firmware. That is official firmware. Now, the first thing we're going to do is I am actually going to pull that up, and we are going to take a look at any of the features for it. Okay. So let's see. I just type it in here. It should be, bam, should come right up. Should be no thing. All right. Bam. Oh, my goodness. Damn, I hate looking at that, man. Just looking at it makes me sad. Let's go ahead. I'm going to pull it up on screen here for everybody else. Let's do it. Okay, let's see if I can get this up on screen. Let's see if I get me. And I don't like that with no transitions, man. I need a transition. That don't look good. Hold on. Work with me on this. Let's see how this one works. Let's see. Oh, God, that's great. Oh, I love it. We're going to use that. Yes, that's me as Austin Powers. You know, I'm always switching them up, just trying something different. Man, I look so damn good right there. Okay. Joshua Drake, shout out to you for the donation, man. I did catch it. Let's go back. I don't think they seen it. Shout out Joshua Drake for the donation. You know, shout you out, man. Appreciate that. Go ahead and give you a bomb, man. All right, let's get to the content. And I needed that, Joshua Drake. You don't know what you're doing to the channel, man. You're growing an empire by doing that, okay? So, Nintendo Switch system updates and changes. This is directly on the Nintendo page, as you can see. Directly on screen. I don't know what you can see. I got certain things cut off. Yo, that is excellent. I didn't even mean to do that. I guess it's already set that way. Okay. So I'm on the actual Nintendo page. And as you can see, Nintendo Switch system updates and changes. Nintendo, yes, latest version now is version 12.0.0. It was distributed today. Okay. Now, it seems like the only thing this release has for the update history is we fixed the issue with the save data backup feature, where in rare cases, the automatic backup of save data is interrupted if a communication error occurs during completion of the save data backup process. So this is all it mentions. It doesn't even say anything else. Sometimes you give like different bug fixes or things like that. That's all it mentions. But why name it 12.0? Was this feature that, was it that bad to have to go to 12.0? So let's pull it back up here. I want to get the chat back up because this is what we talk about. Now, we went through that, okay? And I want to go through it real quick because the true question that everyone needs to know, and I love this channel and I love to bring the information to everyone, is one, who accidentally updated? Come on, talk to us. Now, you people who are watching right now who have no idea about Nintendo Switch custom firmware, just know you do not have to worry. If you're running official firmware on your Nintendo Switch, if you never ran any custom firmware on it, you're fine. Go ahead and update to 12.0. It's great. Fix a backup feature, okay? You're going to need that update. I recommend if you're running official firmware only to update at all times. Why not be on the latest? Why not make sure things are working? But if you are running custom firmware, okay, whether you're running the old models, those Arista units for the Nintendo Switch, or you're running Mariko, damn it, Nintendo! 12.0 is here, folks. What do we do from here? Atmosphere usually drops updates pretty quickly, but we got Team Executor. We know what happened. Now that SXOS is cracked, is TX even making an update? Are they even touching it? Hell, do we have the community now hands-on with SXOS? Is it even a Team Executor thing anymore? That's what we need to be talking about. 12.0 is out. I'm sure somebody accidentally updated. Is there anyone in the chat that accidentally updated? Let's see that. Now I'm going to pull up the chat here. I see PK. PK Crack will save me. Yo, that PKOS will be out in a couple minutes. Angel, I accidentally updated. Atmos will save me. Oh, man. Damn. Save features were probably compromised. Ball you something else. Now, I will say this. We need you more. Hey, we need you more than ever, SXOS. Oh, my gosh. So, being that there are some people already that have accidentally updated, can you confirm if you have 12.0 official firmware that the custom firmware no longer works? Is there anyone out there that is on 12.0 firmware that can confirm that their custom firmware still works? And even if it doesn't work, does nand still work? Those are questions we need to know. Anybody out there that knows that? It's still early, okay? And it's still very early. But the reason I want to ask that is because I want to get that out in the chat now. And people are going to, I've already got hit up. Believe me, I love my peoples because everybody was hitting me up the moment it was put up there. Everybody's like, yo, it's out there. You need to let everybody know. So everybody on my channel know, if you're running custom firmware, your Nintendo Switch, just don't update. Stay away from it right now. That's the first thing. Second thing is, do you use SXOS or do you use Atmosphere? When are you going to get an update? That's probably your next question. Right now, we don't know. It just updated. Hell, give us some time. Okay? I don't even know if it broke custom firmware. I haven't heard anyone say I updated and it works fine. I got 2 Nintendo Switches over here. I can test it. But if someone has already tested it, just save me the hassle. Okay? Does 12.0 break custom firmware again? Nintendo always does it. They don't mention that in their updates. But their updates typically destroy custom firmware. So, Has anyone tested that? I don't see as anybody has tested that. Doesn't seem like anybody has. We do have somebody that accidentally updated. Sorry for you. Okay. It seems like Joshua Drake, if you accidentally updated, can you tell me, does your system still start? Does it load up? Are you able to get anything? Can you tell me that? My CFW switches are paperweights till a specific game drops. Talk to him. I just accidentally have and can confirm it does. Okay, so we got Mac, thank you for that, man. And I believe by you say does, and you can confirm this for me, Mac. I just want to make sure I'm not misconstruing what you're saying. But what you're saying is you accidentally updated and you can confirm it does break CFW. No, it doesn't. I updated and can't even boot into CFW. Yep. Only get official firmware. So I'm glad that you guys put that out there. That's something that everyone needs to know, because you got some people who just want to update just cuz. Just cuz. Imagine how many people I was hearing on SXOS wanting to use 11.0.1 until recently. Now that's man. So for this update, what do you guys think? Team Executor, are we going to see Alchemy? Where you at? I don't see you in the chat, Alchemy. I need to ask you, are we going to see an update from Team Executor, or does the community now control SXOS? And Sora, back up your NAND, bro. Thank you for that, Sora. Definitely, everyone should have their NANDs backed up. A lot of people should be running EmuNAND. So if you do accidentally update, you're updating your EmuNAND, not your SysNAND. And I know how that goes. Some people don't want to bother with the time. Some people don't have SD cards with the size to fit the EmuNAND. I understand. But times like this, I know you wish you did. Because I was there. I've been there. We all been there where you accidentally update and you're mad because you can't run CFW. I've done it on previous systems, not just Nintendo Switch. And it hurts. It hurts you bad because you know you made the mistake. It hurts when you make it. So for everyone right now, we have confirmed, thank you, Joshua Drake, some of the others out there, Mac the Duelist and others. If you do update to 12.0 on your Nintendo Switch, you will pretty much not be able to play. Okay? You won't be able to use it. Your CFW is just sitting there, man, just crying, waiting to be accessed. So I'm sure we're probably going to see an Atmosphere update soon. Atmosphere has been very quick on their updates as of recent. Team Executor, not such, because, you know, they're dealing with a lot. I'll give them that. They're dealing with a lot. I could have put up a video, you know, earlier today for SXOS cracked with everything, how it works, 11.0.1. Hey, it's great. But just based on my relationship with Team Executor, some of the members there, I have not put up that video. But I got tons of other videos to put up. And now this dropped. Oh, hell, y'all about to get a load of content. Welcome, MoFam. Subscribe now. Go ahead and hit the likes. Hold up. How many likes do we got if I check? Oh, no, I'm out. Y'all ain't hitting the like button like I want to. I'm out. Okay, I'm out. No, I'm joking, man. I'm not doing that. And hey, I see MMA Junkie, Alchemy Gaming. I'm seeing people post all over, and I'm still getting messages like crazy about this update. So, EmuNAND is an emulation of your NAND. Thank you for that, Sora. Nice way to put it without getting, you know, so technical on them. That's just very nice. You can dual boot custom firmware and, you know, CF if you know Arista and old firmware, old SXOS, like really old. I need SXOS update. I don't want to use Choi or that other update tool, War NX. I'm not sure to pronounce it, but great tool. It works. I mean, I use it all the time. I'm not sure, you know, granted, I use it all the time on my Arista units. Don't use it on a Mariko. Okay, I don't use it on a Mariko at all. All right, so let's go through some of the others. I want to make sure. Okay, let's see if I missed anything. And again, back up your NAND. That's an important thing, Source said. Back up your NAND. It's no point. You should not be backing up your NAND and also running EmuNAND, because if you have any problems, at least you know your system NAND is fine. And your system NAND could also be on a lower version. So you can still be able technically to go back and use your custom firmware if you backed up your NAND, and you can go back. Okay, that's the importance of EmuNAND. And I want to say in every guide, it's the #1 step to do EmuNAND. Now, if you don't have a micro SD card for the size of your NAND, I suggest buy one. Memory is getting cheaper than ever. So you could big micro SD cards. All right. So just make sure I'm going through, and I don't like to miss anybody. Okay. I think I caught back up here. Okay. So now, as Mac the Duelist say, you're able to boot into Hakate. And Mac, just so you know, if you had, if you had the EmuNAND going, or what is it? I think the other term for it is, I always forget. Is it MUMMC? You know, okay. If you have these things backed up on the, you're safe. you can always be able to restore your NAND, and that's a good thing to be able to do. Okay. Nand, you need it. For everyone who does not have it, thank you for that, Joe. For everyone who does not have it set up, I recommend setting it up now because you can end up with the paperweight. So I want to go ahead and we're just going to be quick on this. Okay, I'm going to take just a couple calls. I just want to get some more information on this. So let me go ahead and pull up. We'll take calls. I'll keep calls short too. Won't be too long because if anybody has to call in, because we got the information out there. That's mainly, but I want to see if there's any additional information we can add to this. So yeah, just give me a moment. Let me go ahead and get the system pulled up here. If anybody wants to call in, go ahead and call in. We can go ahead and discuss whatever you want to discuss. I'm getting the system pulled up. All right. So and boot 0 and boot 1 are needed. Okay. So, bam, there we go. Now, what we need, if someone accidentally right now updates to 12.0, a lot of people are going to say, what can I do? What are my other measures? That is a question that we will be asking everyone. Okay. So, now, I got you on the podcast, but hold one moment, because last time this happened, and I remember. So, I'm going to go ahead and fix this now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fix it. Bingo. Okay, let me turn on my headset here. I knew it. I got it all planned out now. I'm good. Okay, let's see how this works. Nick Moses 05 podcast. Who do I have on the line?
What's up, Nick Moses? You got Joe.
Yeah, okay. Joe, nice, man. I'm so glad to have you on. Joe, you were one of the people too, man. You sent me a message right as soon as like almost down to the minute, man. We're on it. Okay, we're on it.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Paul. He told me about this update, and I immediately made a post about it. So, thank you, Paul, for letting me know this information and letting everybody else know this information.
And I appreciate you calling in, Joe. As always, this is my man G.I. Joe. He's on the front lines. He's on the Facebook page, helping out a lot, man. And I cannot thank you enough, Joe. So let's dive into it. I see people commenting like crazy. Okay, and I see somebody 69 meters below. I love how Nintendo still doesn't have more themes. Custom firmware does. Okay, so I like that because people using custom firmware, we got all these things we like to use, and Nintendo stays killing us with these updates. So Joe, just with this update, I've seen some people say it hasn't worked. So I'm gonna ask you, Joe, once you update, and I'm sure you probably have some advice for some people, if you accidentally update it, and let's say I accidentally updated to 12.0 right now, what would be your advice to me in the future to make sure it doesn't happen again?
Disable the Wi-Fi connection on your Nintendo Switch. Put it in airplane mode. Then if you really want to go hardcore, change the DNS settings. So when your Switch turns on and it connects to the internet, the DNS gets bypassed and it can't download the system update.
Nice. Thank you for that, Joe. And a lot of people will probably use that because I know you push it off and you push it off. And next thing you know, the update hits and you go, damn it. I wish I did.
Yeah, it's not right because it downloads in the background and CFW users, don't really know that. I know the PS4 does this and the Switch does. It's kind of like, it's sneaky. It does it deliberately. That's what it does. Also, make a backup of your NAND. You need at least 32 gigabytes and just keep it on a separate SD card and put it somewhere in a safe place. That's what I do for both my Switches. How about dedicated SD cards?
Nice. Now, Joe, myself, I use Nand. As far as Nand, do you have that set up? Is that something you use, or are you running everything off your system NAND?
What I do is for SXOS, I have an Nand because I don't want that ever to get updated because, it's a great firmware if you haven't noticed. And also for my Atmosphere, I have that running off a system NAND, but I always have the internet disabled and the Wi-Fi disabled, airplane mode on, and the DNS is changed. I never go online with that system, so I'm safe on there. But to anybody else, create an Nand just in case it does update. You can delete the Nand and just do a restore. You always got to be careful though when you go from these higher firmwares to downgrade because it hasn't been tested. Something might need to be fixed, and it might cause a brick.
Thank you for that. Now, Joe, if someone, let's say, cuts on their system and they got a message there, they're trying to play a game and it says an update is in progress or an update wants to go, what do you recommend to somebody that has an update sitting there or it states update in progress? They just hit the update button. What would you recommend to anyone that's in that situation?
You could go into Gold Leaf and you can delete the update manually, I believe, unless it changed. But I remember you could do that. You could just go in there and just delete it.
Nice. Okay. I appreciate that. And I know there were other methods before that were a little more technical, but great. I don't think they took that away.
Yeah, it's up to 0.9. I don't know the procedures off the top of my head, but if I could get the procedures, I'm going to post them on the Facebook page.
Okay. And this was a question Andrea put out there. Joe, I'm going to ask you. That was a great question. With Immunan, do you think it's better to have file Immunan with just all those files on the SD card, or do you think partitioning and having Immunan on its own specific partition is better? What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's better to have it if you're able to. I don't know with Atmosphere, but I know with SXOS, my Immunan is stored on my internal hard drive on the switch. Because when you keep pulling in and pulling out the SD card, eventually it's going to get corrupt, and it's going to cause a bunch of problems. So if in Atmosphere, if you're able to have it directly right onto the system storage, do that. It won't get corrupt.
Nice. Appreciate that, Joe. You're dropping knowledge for him, and that's why I'm getting out there, because I know everybody's using this information, and it's helping out tons of people. Sora says it's easy to have official firmware and custom firmware at the same time using Immunan. I have for years and never been banned. Okay, Joe, do you know anyone that has used Immunan and has never been banned? Do you know anyone personally that's never been banned?
No, everybody gets banned eventually. I mean, I lasted when I bought my Switch in 2018. I mean, I was stupid. I was playing bad games that I didn't get, with real money, and I was playing online. No cheating. I don't believe in cheating. Actually cheating, like shooting people through walls and stuff. That type of cheating. But I got banned on Doom.
Oh, gosh, man. I remember those days when I was a bad boy. Nonetheless, Joshua Drake did put Gold Leaf and the power and holding volume up, but I don't remember how long, but he does state that. So you're right there. So that's good. People can look that up. I was in that position before where the update's just sitting there. Now, to those with banned Nintendo Switches, Joe, do you recommend the same thing, that they use things like 90 DNS or other DNS measures, or do you think if it's banned, they're fine, just ignore updates? Or what would you recommend for somebody that has a banned Nintendo Switch and worried about updates?
Updates can still happen. If you guys remember in 11.0, some of you were banned, and you PM'd me and said, hey, wait a minute, my Switch updated itself, but I'm banned. It's never done this before. So make sure you have your DNS and your Wi-Fi and have all that good stuff, enabled. So apparently it's doing it again. I'm sure it's going to do it in this update. It did it in 11.0. So I remember back in the day, when my Switch got banned, my first Switch with SXOS tried to update it. It blocked me. But as soon as it went to 11.0, that's when it happened, when the updates automatically updated, even though your Switch was banned.
Preach, Joe. You're killing it. And I got my Nintendo Switch over there banned. And yes, it has the update on it. I see LD0Y. Okay, did mention recovery. Get to it. When I get to it, when you got a bunch of Nintendo Switches, doesn't matter. Now, Joe, you pretty much killed it, man. That's a lot of the questions that I had, and I wanted you to explain the information because you're actually out there testing it, man. And I love when you get out there and test it, because then when you report back, we get some great, accurate answers for everyone out there. So, Joe, anything else you want to add before I let you go, my boy?
Yes, definitely. Besides like and subscribe to Nick Moses 05, the SXOS hacked. I'm going to repeat it again. The SXOS hacked will not work on 11.0.1. People are asking me, what is the difference between a hacked and a premium key? The hacked one is you don't have to pay for it. It's free. It's almost like freeware, but technically stolenware 2 times. That's the only difference. So like and subscribe to Nick Moses 05, and I'll catch you guys later.
Joe, my man, as always, I'm going to holler at you later, my dude.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Nick.
All right, and sorry I missed you. I tried to catch you right then. But nonetheless, call back. So Marcus, yo, Moses, I'm in the house, man. I appreciate that. Yo, Joe, thank you for the information. Joe laid down a lot of information for us. He did mention about SXOS being cracked, SXOS being cracked as well, which means you're probably in the scene. And Joe said SXOS cracked, not working with 11.0.1. Joe, I haven't tested. Somebody sent me something that said it is. I don't know. Okay, haven't tested. I've been very busy. But let me go ahead. I'm trying to get to You know, it means I can. Nick Moses 05. Who do I have on the line?
It's me, Mario.
My man, what is going on with you today, my dude?
Not much. I had to mess with you because you know what? I figured Nintendo was going to get in on the charade because they are glory hounds, man. They can't let the scene down for one bit.
Yeah, they can't let it down. And I will say, how ironic SXOS being cracked right at the time SXOS being cracked and people stating that they're getting it to work with 11.0.1. Now, Joe says 11.0.1 has cracked, it's cracked, but it has a black screen, you know, and all this. We having all these good times, you know, and Nintendo says, bam, and lays a smack down. Do you think Nintendo knows about SXOS being cracked and doing it at the perfect time? Or do you just think Nintendo had this in the works and it was coming out when it was coming out?
I think that Dead Specimen needed some college tuition money and sold us out. He's a traitor.
Oh, you know what, Dead Specimen, I will say, he definitely has his, you know, he's not against Team Executor, but he has his suspicions. He always questioning them. You know, maybe he did need some talent. He just said, hey, you know what? I wonder myself, what is going on and why this time? So maybe Dead Specimen sold us out. You know, I'm kind of with you on that. Maybe he did, because this happens to happen right after we hear about SXOS being cracked. I did a damn podcast. We was on there lit the other day talking about it. Next thing you know, today released the update. So I am kind of suspicious. Now, let me ask for your Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. And it said, so just for the information of everybody being here, a lot of people want to know, how do you accidentally update? And you know, you get a lot of people who say, I never accidentally update, and then they accidentally update. So I'm going to ask you, how did it happen for you, or how did the update run for you?
Just to be honest, a little bit of laziness. You know, I didn't I guess have my settings in line and all, and so can't get into custom firmware at all. You know, it's a no-go. I mean, that's not happening. Can play my regular games via cart, you know, but yeah, custom firmware, it's not going to do nothing on my end. So, I mean, I'll wait. I'm not going to use Atmosphere. I'm not using the cracked PKOS. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Yo, oh man, you killing it, man. And I want to say, Scott Parker, shout out to you. Scott, he be coming with the smoke, man. I like it. You know, you always need somebody. You got the homeboys, one of them that tell you, yo, I like what you're doing. You got the other one that says, man, I hate what you're doing. So you know, you need those. That's why I like Scott Parker being around, man. Keeps it real, keeps it honest. My man, Scott Parker, shout out to you. So let me, my man, becoming undone. I got a good one for you. Since you've been riding with TX a long time, do you think we will see an update for SXOS 12.0 from Team Executor? Or do you think we will see an update from the community? Or hell, will we even see an update at all?
I think we're going to see one from both the community and Team X. And I want to see who does the better impersonation.
So I like that. So what you're saying is that you could see both updates. You see somebody says, hey, we cracked SXOS to work with 12.0. Here it is. And then alongside, you got TX saying, hey, this is the real SXOS, not that phony one. Now, when TX, let's say TX does come out with an update, do you see that update including new features, or do you see it only including support for 12.0?
I want to say they're going to do something as far as like new features, and it may do something to break, you know, some of them false custom firmware. They may pull a Nintendo thing, you know, if it tries to you know, even detect something like that. I don't know how the other ones, you know, really doing its communication or, that fingerprint spoofing or whatever it's doing. But I'd like to see them kind of try to mess with that a little bit and see how the wars go, and a little competition hacking-wise to better the quality of the product. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. And you're right. I'm always, competition does better products. I'm never against competition. And that would be interesting to see if, you could have SXOS like kind of like the free version, the cracked version versus like the premium paid version. Would there be separations between the two? And it kind of reminds me of people using Atmosphere and saying, hey, Atmosphere can do this, but SXOS can't. SXOS can do this, but Atmosphere can't. And we may roll back into that again. So now that you're on 12.0, you accidentally updated, you are there. When you cut on your Nintendo Switch, it's just not able to load into custom firmware at all. Do you just get a black screen?
What I got at first when it tried to go into official firmware, it kind of glitched at first, so, and then it went on in. So it kind of had like a little hiccup there for a second, but so far I haven't got a black screen, but I haven't turned it off but one other time. So I don't know. I've been trying to play some Monster Hunter Rise solo campaign, just messing around with that. But I may test it, turn it off a couple more times and on and see, because you never know if it hiccups just right, it may brick it or or black screen it, or it may give some or blue or green. You never know what can happen,
Yeah,
all that stuff is kind of it's like a cough in the body. It's not something normal going on there.
Nice. Now, my man, as always, like I said, I was trying to, I want to just make these forever and go on forever and a day, but I wasn't even supposed to do this, so I jumped in at an odd time. But my man becoming undone, I appreciate you. Probably going to be my last call for this. Any last words you got to say, as you'd already dropped the knowledge? And again, let me just say I'm sorry to hear about the update for the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully that all works out. But any last words you got to say before we out?
Damn you, Dead Specimen. Damn you, Mario. But you know what? Hey, we got some sunshine coming around because we got Nick Mo. So like and subscribe. Share the podcast. Let your friends know. Word of mouth, whatever you got to do. But most of all, bring your ties to the man's table. The lunch money, the food stamps, and the welfare checks.
My man, I'm going to holler at you later. Holler at you later, my dude.
Later.
Nick Moses 05 podcast. Wasn't going to take the call. I had a couple coming in, but I had to take this one. Who do I have on the line? Oh, there we go. We got silence. Can you hear me okay? How about we do that? Caller. Oh, there you go. You're breaking up. You're there. You're there.
What's up, Nick?
Oh, man. This is the young OG Kyle. For those who don't know Kyle, let me introduce you. Okay. Kyle is a young OG that has not only helped with his channel, he helps with different videos, commenting, the website, the Discord. Kyle, what the hell ain't you doing?
All right, Nick. I got a new laptop yesterday, so figured I'd use it.
Nice.
Even though I have my big desktop computer right next to me.
Nah, it's nothing
with a
like
better CPU and a better video card, but whatever.
I know how it is. Believe me, I got a laptop right next to me right now. And why do I have it up? I have a phone that I can see my chat and everything else, but I just got it open. I don't know why. It's just a nice little piece of, hardware to have to the side. But Kyle, you called right on time. Kyle,
yeah, I know. I just saw the notification on my phone, and I was like, oh, okay.
I was just about to wrap it up, and Kyle, you're someone that knows a lot about this stuff, man, as being a young guy who's helped a lot with switch root videos for me, okay, and I'm still gonna be, but Kyle, for this update, 12.0, do you think it's a coincidence that this update was released shortly after SXOS was cracked?
I mean, no. I mean, yes. I don't know why I said no, but yeah, it's 100% a coincidence, because, if SXOS was cracked, what does that really mean? Because The way that we have to go back and make it work on 11.0.1 existed before the crack version of SXOS did, so.
Nice. Okay. Thank you for breaking that down, Kyle. So, now that this is out, it breaks the custom firmware. Why is it, Kyle, and I want you to provide the information to everybody out there, why is it when Nintendo releases the updates, custom firmware is always...
Of course, they're intentionally trying to stop them from working, but Nintendo will do all kinds of things. But mainly it's the SDK that changes, and it's just like Atmosphere and SXOS have to be rewritten around that new SDK for the Switch.
Thank you. Now, Kyle, update. When? And you know, this is the question. This is the golden question that everybody's tuning in for. Everybody's listening. Kyle, if you had to put your money on it, let's say we had Vegas, we had the roulette table, and you got $100. So if you got to put all your money down, how fast do we see an update? First, let's start with Atmosphere. How long, if you had that same question instead, but for SXOS, how long do we see an update? Or how long before we see an update for SXOS?
You know, I'm just not going to answer that.
Okay, so Kyle, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to go deeper on that, Kyle, because I love pulling the information out of you. Do you think we will ever see an update for SXOS again? From Team Executor, not anyone else.
Well, like, we'll get an update of SXOS for sure, and I'm sure it's still going to be called Team Executor when we do, because I feel like if you do just change the name, like, that's not going to do much. And if it's somebody else doing it, it's not like that we have that ability yet. It's cracked, but it's only cracked because we found a single...
That was sent to me is that SXO and Kyle, oh my goodness, I'm going to ask this question, and then I'm going to drop a bomb for the donation I just got, because that was amazing. It just made me happy. But Kyle, so do you think with SXOS and this update coming out, do you think that, hold on, I got to get the bomb. I can't do this, Kyle. $9.99, Kyle. I couldn't leave it alone. I couldn't.
Thank you.
I was trying to ask the question at $9.99. Thank you, Chelsea's World. Thank you, Kyle. Okay, I'm back, Kyle. I left Earth. I'm back. Okay, so you've tested a lot of things. .0.1.
The crack does not. What works with 11.0.1 is reflashing PKG1, which what it will really do is just make it so it's 11.0.0, but the system tag just says 11.0.1.
I'm getting a lot of that. I got people saying, hey, Nick, do this. You're going to be on 11.0.1 on SXOS. So I'm glad you put that out there. How do you think that started? How did that rumor get out there then?
I mean, like, just stupid people trying stupid stuff. That's how everything happens. And then somebody sends, I'm not going to say who, but somebody sends a tweet on Twitter saying, oh, it's 100% possible, and it just works now.
Oh, man, I love it. Now, Kyle, because I believe yesterday I didn't get to have you call in. And, you know, I wanted to ask you something that was directly for me. You know, you helped me out on a lot of things. So, Kyle, I'm going to ask you this personal question. SXOS being cracked, if I was to do a video for that, do you think it would be okay? Or do you think I should not do that video because I would technically be backstabbing Team Executor and taking money out their pockets? What do you say?
I think you should do the video, but you're not gonna. Just don't link anything to the crack. Like you might be able to like accidentally, I don't know, blurt out the person who did its name once. But you know, whatever.
Give you guys the information. That's a hard part of the job, knowing how much information to give. And Kyle, that's why I lean on you for a lot of advice. And being younger, people think you're a younger man. You know, me being old as hell, talking to you being such younger, they go, what the hell are you talking to him for? But you know, Kyle might want to ask me something about relationship advice. Okay? I can hold that down for you. I can give you a lifetime of relationship advice, Kyle. So we work this out. I'm sure we're going to work it out. Now, Kyle, I thank you for that info, and I'm glad you called, man, because the information you provide is so vital to so many people out there. Is there anything else that you think of that we may not have covered or something you want to mention as far as either the update, SXOS being cracked, anything? You got the floor.
Well, like, the SXOS crack is not really, like it's more of a spoof. It's not really a crack. It's because all it's really doing is it's spoofing your console's fingerprint. And then so there's nothing that gets cracked in it other than the fact that there's this string that says where it checks the console fingerprint. It's just always returning with that console fingerprint for the specific license.dat you have. If it was a proper crack, it would not have that license.dat at all.
Okay. Now, Kyle, is there any way that can be stopped? Is there any way this SX OS crack can be stopped? Because I hear that you need a valid SX OS license. I'm hearing some people saying you don't need one. What's the information as far as needing a valid SX OS license? Is that true? And if so, can it be stopped?
So I live in Canada and I know some French, which is what the guy who made it speaks. So it needs somebody whoever's cracking it needs a valid license. Because they're taking their license and their console's fingerprint, and they're feeding their console's fingerprint into the boot.dat, and then they just stick on the license on the SD card for their console, and then that's how it works.
Got it. Man, that was a nice explanation. So if I'm Team Executor Kyle, why can't I just ban the license? Wouldn't that end that issue right there?
Well, the license is verified offline, so no.
Thank you, Kyle. And I'm glad you explained that. You explained it better than I could have any day. So, Kyle, now I got you all the questions I need for today. I already asked you last words, but again, I'll ask you one more time. Any last words for y'all?
I don't know. Join the next podcast. Maybe I'll actually see it next time because it just did not come up in my notifications. And when I checked your YouTube channel, I was refreshing it like every half hour, and it just did not show up.
I definitely heard.
That was.
I don't know, man. And weird things happen like that. I've had that happen with live sessions too. So you're not the only one, okay? But yes, we would do it. And Kyle, I will be speaking with you because there's more switch root videos. Kyle is great with switch root. I want to do those videos, and I know I've been procrastinating, Kyle, but I put out a post on my YouTube. I'm trying to now bring more content. There's a lot of things I need to add as far as the website as well. Kyle, I'm going to be leaning on you strong for that. So I appreciate you for all that you do, Kyle, and I will be speaking with you on Discord later, my dude.
See ya.
Later. All right, guys, I think we covered. I missed another call, but I can't, I could be here all day talking about, this update, but you guys heard it. Kyle explained so much of that information. Joe also, Becoming Undone. All of them have gave great answers to kind of explain what this is about. Also, this update, what you can expect in the future as far as atmosphere and SXOS. So these questions need to be answered for everyone. And that's what my job is to make sure we get that information out to everybody. But other than that, guys, I love you guys so much. We're growing. I grew another amazing amount of subscribers at 2560. If you guys have not, please check my post on my YouTube. There's a post on Facebook, okay, where I'm going to be adding content. I would like your direction on the type of content to add. If you'd like for me to just be a media slower, which is one of the options there. If you want me to be a media slower, I'm gonna give you all of everything, which is everything from anything. It don't matter if it's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever it is. I'm gonna have videos on my channel for that. So guys, go ahead and answer that for me. It is a poll. You can just pick one of them, and I think it's either A, B, C, or D. Choose an option that will help me out, and we're going to be pushing out more content so we can get daily content on this channel. But other than that, love you guys. It's your boy Nick Moses 05.